Well, good morning, Interbet fans, and welcome to the preview for Greyville. We're on the turf, and this is Sunday, the 23rd of October, and an 8-race program. Quite difficult. A couple of the races got a lot of first-timers in, no real support for any of them. But let's have a quick look and see how we go through the race card. 21 pentrometer, 5-meter false rail. I think the pentrometer went up to 23. There's a bit of overnight rain, so that will make the course perfect. 12:35 is the first. It's a maiden plate. They go 1,000 meters, and the value's all in number 10, Ice Kingdom. He ran much improved last time. I know he's got a bad draw, 10. That's not going to help him, but he certainly looks like he's got some ability, this horse, and this looks like one of those races that he could be able to win. Menelas is your hot favorite. Very good first on the poly. Gets Richard Fourie, rides well for the stable. Lots to like about him. And then 2 Path to Freedom ran on extremely well his last start. Have a close look at him as well. Race 2, this is a maiden plate, and they go 1,400 meters. And 6, See It Again, is very hard to oppose. And I know it's odds on, but he's probably a bit coltish, this horse, but he's 2 good, very, very good runs indeed, and he'd be very hard to beat here. 9, John the Great. Have a good look at this one. 340,000 rand 2-year-old sale purchase. Expect him to be able to run a bit from a decent stable. 3, Insightful, didn't run a bad last race. And 1, Lucky Dollar, gets the blinkers. Look for big improvement from him. Right, let's go on to race 3. That's a maiden plate, 2,300 meters, hardest race on the card. Everything's got a chance here. Eagle Quest, laps runner, 25-1. He's not a 25-1 shot. He'll go well, I would have thought. Triton holds a lot of these on some form. That's number 5. From the Hewitson stable, they're in great form, and Serena Moodley rides this. Got to be a good chance. Rockfall, laps other runner, showed pace last time, and the pace might be the key in this type of race. And then the 2 Comnaidu runners, those being Afropolitan and Dawn Mission. I like Dawn Mission. I like the way they're taking the blinkers off him, and I think Dawn Mission will go really well here too. Race 4, Fillies and Mares handicap, and they're going 1,800 meters. And when you initially look at this race, you say, wow, very, very difficult. But going through the form and that, the horse that jumps up at me is number 5, Maria Carolina. 7.36 course and distance. The jockeys gets a first chance on it. DeMello, lots to like about Maria Carolina. I thought that Rise had a chance, got some form, and Lunar Eclipse shows pace, got to go well. Rocky Reef, I think that the 8-point penalty plus the 1 for its last run will have certainly brought it back to this type of field. Race 5, this is a merit-rated handicap over 1,000 meters, and I made it 2 horses here. I like number 2, Phyllisfield. I think it go very well. Gets Rachel a very nice draw. And then 10, Trafalgar Square. Well, Dennis Bosch has got a slew of runners in here, but Muzieni seems to be the stable choice, and he's taken Trafalgar Square. So we move on to race 6. This is a merit-rated 87, 1,200 meters. And as I made this 4-horse contest. Desolate Road, I think, is the best horse in the race. He's a course and distance suited horse, got very good form, but his form is patchy, and he doesn't seem to be able to get his head there. Maybe he's better on the poly, but he comes into all calculation. African Skyline's your favorite. Never won on the turf. That's a concern. But run 5 places. That's interesting. So African Skyline comes in well. The stable's in good form. Should go well. Father's Frost got very good form. Gets Richard Fourie getting on in the tooth. 8 years old. That makes it difficult for him. Grappler. These 2 that I then picked out was Grappler 1. Gets the blinkers, and I think the blinkers might improve this horse quite a lot. He's had a couple of runs with Comnaidu. Could go very well here. And then 3, Go Man Go. He's the best horse in the race. If he's fit and well, he'll just about win this. But he has come off a good 6-month rest. Race 7. This is a merit-rated handicap. They go 1,400 meters. Rachel takes a ride on Fabulous. Obviously, the stable elect drawn 1. But have a very close look at a couple of other horses here. I thought a Reefway's win was very good indeed, but this is a big jump up in class. Dance Malord, I think this is a runner. Big price, 14 to 1. Puff of Smoke seems better over 1,000 than the 1,400. Kitten's Adventures got some form and has been running well. Then Miss Gibson. Have a very close look at Miss Gibson. Drawn 13 from the Yogas Governor Yard. Needed his last run, could improve quite a lot. Right, so I'm going on to race 8, which is a merit rated handicap, 1,400. I like 2 horses here. Mount Greylock, Dennis Bryer's runner, number 2. Third run after arrest, looks like a big improver, will go better on the turf. And Bristol Bow Fighter, I know he hasn't won on the turf, this horse, but I think he's got a bit of ability. And his last run, where we picked him up at a bit of a price, he showed much improved form, and I think he probably needed that to get to his best now. He's probably absolutely cherry ripe. 2 horses to have a close look at as 5 Fiery Duke, got good form, and Captain Seeger, big price horse. When DeMello jumps on these horses at this type of price, when he could have ridden Pedro, Quizmaster, a lot of other horses at much shorter odds, take note. So from me, James Goodman, and the whole Interbet team, you have a great day's racing at Greyville. I'll be back with you tomorrow morning.